Hello once again, TCC students. My name is Alfred Cuevas, and today we're going to be doing a demonstration on how to hold a poker game at home, fun, friendly environment with either family or good old friends that you want to play poker with. Now, although we know poker is a gambling game and it's played mostly in casinos, you can still play poker at home without having to play for any money at all, and you still learn, practice, and just have a good old time. Now, there are a couple of things that you must know. In every given state, you want to make sure that you check the poker laws or the gambling laws just to make sure that it's okay for you to host a poker game at home without having to get yourself into any trouble. Now, for good old sakes, what we're going to be doing today in this demonstration here is give you some information on some of the tools necessary for you to host this game, and this way your friends can pretty much know that you know what you're doing at the poker table. So let's get it started. For one, how do I know what's necessary for poker? Well, I've been playing poker for about 5 years now, and I've won many poker tournaments, have played in many poker hands. I've played in over, I would say, 1,000,000 poker hands, so I pretty much am a well-seasoned, well-experienced poker player. Now, let's take a look at some of the tools that are necessary for poker. Number one, the most important thing if you're holding a poker game at home is, of course, poker gear. You want to make sure you have the proper attire, stay comfortable, make sure that you're not overdressed for poker because you will eventually get hot and burn yourself out. Now, for once, we have something called a poker table. Now, you can use a plain old table if you want, regular kitchen table, house table, whatever you're comfortable with. I myself have my own poker table. The reason why we use this poker table is so the cards don't slide from the table, off the table on the floor, exposing cards to other players. Besides your poker cards, you want to make sure you count the cards and make sure you have 52 cards in the deck. Believe it or not, sometimes decks don't have all the cards, and that could mess up with the probability of you or your chances of winning. Now, you definitely want to make sure you have something called a card guard in your poker deck. And the card guard pretty much is not a card, but it looks like kind of like a cartoon type of card. You want to make sure if you're using a deck of cards that you always, whoever's cutting the cards, places the card guard on the bottom so other players cannot see the bottom card, exposing the card before the hand is dealt. Now, besides your cards, you definitely also want to make sure you have a dealer button. Okay, the dealer button is very important because it lets the other players know who's dealing, when they're dealing, and also if you want to take a look around, if you forget who the dealer is, the dealer button will always expose who the person is in charge of dealing that hand. Now, besides your good old poker cards and dealer chip, you want to make sure you have something called a card protector. Now, it could be anything. It could be something personalized. It could be even a poker chip. If you want to place a poker chip, you can place a poker chip on top of your cards when your cards are dealt to you, so the wind doesn't blow your cards, flipping them over or exposing them to other players. Now, besides your dealership, your card guard, and your deck of cards, you also want to get yourself poker chips. Now, poker chips, you can buy these at a local sporting goods store like Dick's or Sports Authority. They do carry these. They're very affordable. You can pretty much get a whole poker set over at a place like Sports Authority pretty much for free. Or very affordable, I can say free. You can probably get yourself a whole set under 40 bucks. You can get the chips, the cards, the dealer button. The table here, you can probably find one for anywhere between $20 and $40. Now that you know some of the tools necessary for poker, you can also equip yourself with tunes. I myself, when I play poker, I like to listen to music, kick back, relax. This way I can focus in on my cards and make sure I'm not focusing on other players or giving away what I'm potentially thinking of, I put on music just to stay a little bit more relaxed. Now, based on Ken Warren's Texas Hold'em, you can find great instructions on poker ranks, hand ranking, poker strength, how to play, and also position, where you're sitting when the bets are made. Now, this demonstration was strictly to only show you on some of the tools that are necessary on how to hold your own poker game at home. Hopefully, in my next speech, I would be able to show you how to actually play poker. So now that you know what tools are necessary for poker to hold at your own home, hopefully you'll be able to get yourself started. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.